Hello, hello, beautifuls. How are you? I'm good. Today we'll be trying something a bit different. Today we're gonna be doing a story time. I genuinely apologize for not posting in a while. Things have been actually really hectic. Oh, I'm blowing so much. Things have been hectic. Yeah, things have just been bad. So I thought, why not film today for you guys? Story time today. It's gonna be about something about my friend. It's just same thing. Um, my friend. We're just gonna talk about the story time about how my friend got traumatized by a guy. So my friend was 15 at the time when, like, she keep in mind that she has never dated anyone. She was just like living her single life. I know, like, most people, like, oh, you're 15, you've never had a boyfriend. It's pretty for her. I feel like she had, I wouldn't say models because that's like insulting to people who have dated before that, but in terms of she just no one asked her out, so she never dated. Even though she was very pretty. Don't get me wrong, she was pretty. And being the pretty girl she was, no one ever asked her out. So she was like, you know what? One of her friends introduced her to Umigo. I should have told her not to do that. But at the time, we hadn't known each other yet. Like, no, known each other. So she goes on Umigo and she meets this guy. She does, you know how on Umigo you can choose text, video chat, text chat. For her, she went on a text chat. And boy, was she in for it. Because there's a lot of corny people on there, let's just say. Um, so she goes on there, and there are people there. So, being the 15-year-old girl who's never been traumatized, there's this 17-year-old guy who starts talking to her. So she's like, "Oh, okay, let me try something." They start talking. She finds out he's from India, but she stays so far away. Like she doesn't even live in Asia, so the continent is just like, so it was far, far. Like they keep that in mind. She knew he lived in India. Okay, she has never, like, talked to people outside the continent or the country. So that was the first time talking to someone from outside. So she starts talking to him. He doesn't have, according to her, he didn't have Discord. I mean, he didn't have Instagram. He didn't have Facebook. Like, he didn't have any form of social media. The only form of social media he had was Discord, and yeah, that's the only form of social media he had. So he tells her, like, so they start flirting, and she tells him, like, at the time she only had Instagram, so she didn't have like Snapchat, she didn't have those stuff. So she tells him, I don't. Do you have Instagram so we can chat on Instagram? Some people like to move conversations out of Omegle, and he's like, oh no, I don't have Instagram. My mom blocked all those things. I couldn't possibly have Instagram or anything. My mom blocked all those things. He's 17, but okay, we get it. We get it. So many people have strict parents, so we ain't gonna judge. So fine, we talk. Then they all decide that it's fine. We're gonna take this out of Umigo and we're gonna take it to Gmail. You heard me, Gmail. So, um, she started talking to him on Gmail. They started talking, and everything was going fine. Everything was going well, and then fine, it gets to a point where they've been talking probably for months, though she, not months actually, probably a month. She felt awkward. She felt weird because he would like disappear for like weeks, like a week or 2 days, not talking to her, not checking up on her. And the time he would text her, she was at school, so make it make sense. I'm just shocked that he was. I feel like he was a catfish. When I got a name drop, but then I felt like he was a catfish. And at the time, specific. Oh, he specifically told her that his Gmail account was his school Gmail account. Like that Gmail account that he was using to talk to her was his school's Gmail account. Like the school could look at that Gmail account and see the things he's texting this young 15-year-old girl to from a 17-year-old guy who's almost legally 18. But she doesn't take it too hard. She's like, okay, no, fine, I understand, we can still talk. So they talk, and things go well. She doesn't see an issue. Fast forward a few weeks later, our babe's on her period. So she's moody. She's weird. Keep that in mind. She was on her period. Period. So he texts her, telling her, oh, I'm on the train. I'm going home. Like, I am going home right now. I'm on the train. The time difference in India, it was at, I don't know in India what time it was, but then in our country, it was like 11 p.m. 11 p.m. You listening? 11 p.m. She was up at 11 p.m. talking to this guy. And I don't know the time difference. If y'all wanna search it out for me, please search it out for me. I live in she lives in Botswana. I live in Botswana as well. Time difference from Botswana and India. Please search it out for me and tell me, cause the times are not clicking. They were not. You telling me it's 11 p.m. here? It's probably 1 midnight that side. I don't know. And you're in a train going home. Okay, definitely. So she talks to him, and then while she's still talking to him, he tells her, "Do you want to see something big?" Quote unquote. I feel bad even saying this. Um, so fine. It's like, okay, weird, but okay, sure. I want to see something big. Do you want to show me like a big surprise that you taking a ticket to come visit me? Cause that's what he always told her. Like, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna get a plane ticket. I'm gonna come see you. So she was like, okay. Is this like no? He sent her pics of his. He was on a train. Remember that? He told her, I'm on train. I'm on a freaking train. I'm going home. How come I'm getting pictures of your make it make sense? It is not making sense. Make it make sense because it's not. How did you take that picture? Are you taking pictures of that on a train? So fine. My girl, not knowing how to respond to that, just goes, wow. That's all she texted. Wow. Not not WOWWW, just WOW. No emoji, no nothing. I don't know if there was a form of disappointment or what, but I would have blocked. Sir, fine. He talks to her and is like, okay, what do you think? And she's like, yeah, it's big. Anyways, she talks to him and he's like, okay, can you please send yours now? They had never agreed to exchange those. He just decided to send. He decided with his tiny mind to send those pics to a 15-year-old girl. My girl goes, no, I'm on my period. And even if I wasn't gonna send. And then he goes, well, um, you're lying. You said that before. You said that you're on your period before. Why are you refusing to send me this pics again? What'd she say? Hello? Oh, she was refusing to send the pics before. Trust me, they had never, and I say never encountered that before. Like, they have never ever talked about that conversation. It had never gone to that. Okay, they had never reached there. What does he mean? You said that before. Then my smart girl asked him the question. You know, the question. Which other girl have you been talking to? Answer the question. Which other girl have you been talking to? And he goes, no, baby, I'm not talking to any other girl. She's like, I'm not dumb. And I know how girls think. Okay. We have never talked about that topic ever. Okay. Make it make sense. We have never talked about it before. Where did you get that idea? I had never we've I've in fact I had never been on my period when we're dating, is what she told him. I've never been on my period from the time we dated. So I think by the time we were dating, she was probably finished, and by the time it had gone to bed, she had started again. So he was like, "Oh no, baby, no, let's just forget about it." And she's like, "So you're also cheating with another girl?" And that girl was smart enough to tell you she was on her period, and you thought I was that girl, so you are dumb enough to confuse us, right? Yeah, it's over. Is what she told him. It's over. 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 And then he just goes, "No, please, no. I'll commit suicide." Are you being for real? A 17-year-old grown man literally telling a 15-year-old, poor innocent, never been traumatized girl, traumatized from that woman, he's gonna commit suicide. And she's like, oh no, please don't commit suicide. Please don't do that. Please don't think about that. My girl didn't know that was guilt tripping. She didn't know that was gaslighting. She didn't know that was manipulation. But no, she's still young. She wasn't understanding. So she was like, no, please don't do that. Please don't do that. And then, fine. She's like, okay, no, I'll come back to you, but I really need a break from you. And then, fine. He's like, okay, fine. When will you return to me? Fine. She told him, fine. I'm gonna come back in January. Mind you, this was like, oh, October or November 2020. It was 2023. It's 2023. October, November 2023. And then January 2024, he didn't text her. She wasn't gonna text him. She was never going back there. The reason she took a break from him was to find a way to get out of that situation where he was saying he was gonna commit suicide and he's literally thinking about jumping off a roof. Okay. So she was like, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a break. You know, even though it literally, it always crept into her mind like, what if that nigga jumped off a roof because you haven't gotten back to him? So she just left it on there. Fast forward to September last year. Guess who decided to slide into a Gmail account? The guy. Or he texted her saying, "Hey, it's your big daddy. He's back." She looks at the text and she feels so disgusted, mortified. She feels like vomiting. At the time, she was in a relationship with someone else, so she was like, "Yo, who the fuck is this?" And she, oh, sorry. I'm like, "Who the heck is this? And what the heck is he doing in my Gmail?" And she just thought about it and she was like, "Oh, it was that guy, the stupid guy." And she was like, now she had matured, she had thought about it. She was like, oh no, he was manipulating, he was gaslighting. So then she was like, oh, okay. She faked. She told him, oh, I have amnesia. Oh no, she didn't say I have amnesia. She literally just asked him, who the heck are you? And what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, don't you remember me, baby? Don't you remember? I'm your big guy. Oh, um, I don't know you, and I don't know why the heck you are mentioning those words in my Gmail account. Can you please sign off? At the time, I think she didn't. I should have been there. Like, go block this Gmail account, and she blocked him after him sending text and text and text after text saying, "Oh, don't you remember me? I'm your daddy. You know, if you know what I'm talking about, your big daddy." Yeah. And I'm like, ew, am I supposed to be with that thing? I asked her, you were supposed to be with that thing. No, babes. No. So yeah, let's the third time on how my baby girl got traumatized by a 17-year-old guy and escaped. Who knows? What if it was a 40-year-old man playing catfish? Anyways, subscribe!